Fort Collins, awesome. I just moved here a week ago, so I'm really excited. Yeah, I know. That was half, well, like a week and a half now. So, but I visited a few times and I fell in love with Fort Collins. So I decided this year to make the move finally happen. So yeah, lovely. Oh, nice. I drove by the other day last week. It was really nice. Yeah. Yeah, actually that's where I'm staying. Yeah. It's not, I love it. It's so small and it's like close enough, but secluded enough. Yeah, I really like it. So that's where I'm staying. Being recorded, but there's no one here. Well, we'll go ahead and start. And since everyone's feeling good, that sounds great. Energetically, anything that we want to just kind of experience in the practice, maybe more dynamic or more gentle, or just surprise me. Yeah, a little bit of everything. That's good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start. You could find that comfortable seated position, using any props beneath you to support you, and just closing your eyes, inviting a deep breath, and allowing your body to settle into this space, allowing yourself to soften wherever you feel tense, and allowing that awareness to begin to explore your body in this moment. Perhaps recognizing any places that feel overworked, and slowly awakening any places that feel neglected, and gently inviting that breath to move a little bit slower, a little bit deeper, but not forcing nor rushing, just allowing the breath to organically move through you. Maybe starting to feel your spine lengthening from root to crown, expanding through the chest, inviting the lungs to fill, and feeling the belly pulsing with each breath, awakening your solar plexus. And as you feel this activation, letting a warmth start to rise within you, maybe visualize a spark of heat, of warmth, of light starting to grow within your belly. Allowing this fire to be transformative, purifying, and awakening within you your strength, your presence, your willpower. Your next deep breath, bring your palms together over your heart center. And taking this opportunity to direct this fire, this heat, this experience, dedicating it to anything that feels right to you, whether it's self-serving or in service to others. Each breath continuing to amplify this energetic connection. And together we'll really amplify our presence, project our intentions with one Om if you choose to join me. If not, just breathe deeper. Inhale. Om. Very softly release your palms down to your lap and bow the chin to your chest. Start to circle your neck to the right on the next inhale. And just continuing to circle as you exhale. We'll do 3 circles to the right, finding more rhythm. Finding your range of motion. And after 3 circles, with no rush, you'll just gently switch to the left. Trying to soften the neck and drop the shoulders, but keeping the length across your spine. Maybe even noticing the subtleties as you synchronize your movements with your breath. Once you feel complete, right to left side, you find your way back to center. Gently opening the eyes. And as you inhale, sweep the arms up and over your head. Interlacing the fingers, flipping the palms up as you exhale. Dropping the shoulders, breathe in. And as you exhale, round the back palms forward in line with your shoulders as you activate your core. And we'll repeat, inhale, lift the arms, maybe a little deeper shoulder stretch, opening the chest. Good, exhale, round, contract. And repeat, inhale, lift, extend, lengthen the front of the chest. And exhale, complete the cycle around and tuck. Slowly center your spine, reach your arms out to the side, and you'll make a fist. And just open, fist, and open, finding a faster rhythm. Creating a little bit of warmth in the arms, the shoulders. Good. Moving any stagnant energy out of the fingers. 4. Breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let the hands drop back. Perhaps the fist behind your sacrum, or you could grab opposite elbows. And as you make the fist behind you, shoulders in, chest up. You could stay here or exhale, fold forward and down, relaxing the head, the neck, keeping the tension in the shoulders, softening the tension in the hips, the thighs. Hold for 3. Breathing softly, 2. Last breath. Easing forward, activate your abdomen, rise, and release your bind. Reaching forward, coming onto hands and knees, whichever way feels natural for you. You can keep the blanket over the knees if you want some extra padding and support. And once you're on all fours, aligning the knees and the hips. And we're gonna flip our fingers so that they face towards us, the back of the mat. And you're gonna adjust how close or how far the wrists are. The closer, the less intense the stretch is. So being mindful of how much is too much. Good, and as you stretch the wrist, let's add cat and cow. Drop the belly on the inhale and lift the chest and chin. Exhale, round the back, squeeze the belly, chin to chest. And repeat, inhale, extend the spine, open the heart. Exhale, round, squeeze, push the earth away. Last set, deep breath. Exhale, completing your rhythm, finding your center. You're gonna softly release your hands. Good. And as you release your hands, just tuck the toes behind us. Take your feet back on the heels. If that's ever too much, you could just lift the hips. And the next breath, sweep the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, flip the wrist. Just a little counter stretch. Hold. Stretching the toes and knees. Lengthening the spine. 3, 2, and 1. Release the grip. Just rotate the wrist. And when you're halfway down, you're just gonna flip the rotation. So take your time. Flip when you're halfway down. Good. And then walk your hands forward, release those toes. You could tap them out a little bit. Good. The next inhale, lift the right arm up overhead towards the sky. Exhale, release that right arm down towards the ground, towards the left, relaxing your head, your neck, your shoulder on the ground. Once you feel stable, supported, and grounded, maybe reaching the left fingertips forward towards the top edge of your mat, creating a little bit of length and distance across your spine. Hold that a few breaths. Really breathing into your low belly, that diaphragmatic breath, cleansing all the inner organs. Good. Creating heat, awakening the muscles. One more breath, releasing all the compression in the joints. On the next breath, bringing the left hand back, reaching the right hand up, back towards the ceiling, open the chest, and release. We'll switch, opposite side, left hand up, inhale. Thread the needle, exhale towards the ground, reaching towards the right side. Feel that support, that grounding, and then lengthen through the right hand over your head. Get on the fingertips, or relax the palm, whatever feels most natural to you right now. Maybe you're feeling more active, maybe a little bit more passive, really honoring your body, starting to move through your intuition and your instincts as well. Hold for 3. You always have freedom to explore. 2. Last deep long breath. 1. Walk the right hand back, unthread the left hand and reach up, completing that movement and coming back to center. Tucking the toes, lifting the knees, downward facing dog as you release the breath. Gazing back, letting the head just hang, and freedom here. Explore, maybe moving the heels up and down. Perhaps swaying side to side with the hips, with the heels. Maybe some waves through the spine, undulating all of the vertebrae. And of course, continuing to expand through the breath. Hold 3 more breaths, really pressing all the fingers and knuckles into the ground, as much as your palms, and feeling the energy going up the arms, the spine, towards the tailbone. Last breath, energy dripping down the legs, feet into the earth. Good, and on the next inhale, just walk your hands back towards your feet, shifting your weight, keeping the knees bent as much as you need to, grabbing opposite elbows when your weight is on the feet. Like a ragdoll, just swaying, softening the spine, releasing the lower back. You feel pressure there, keep bending the knees. And really feel the weight on the toes and the heels. And at the same time, there's a polarity. Imagine your tailbone reaching towards top, the room, the sky. Good. 2 more breaths, just hanging, decompressing, not rushing. And release the elbows, bend the knees deeper. You're just going to tuck and roll chin to chest as you rise to stand. Inhale, lengthen the arms up and over your head, and let's grab the left wrist with the right hand. Take a bend towards the right as you exhale. Activate your belly. Imagine your hips right over the heels, really lengthening from your root up. Hold just a breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, lengthen, reach up and switch your grip. Left hand, right wrist. Exhale, bend to the left. Digging into the ground, lifting up through the heart. Breathing into the lungs, stretching the obliques, the intercostal muscles. Good, inhale, rise to center. Then we'll just tilt, fold forward, flat back, let the arms drop towards the ground. On the next breath, gaze forward and walk into a plank pose. Adjusting your shoulders over wrists, activating your thighs, your glutes, your belly. As you look down, push the earth away. Hold. 3. Softening the face. 2. Moving that breath. 1. Lower those knees. Bend the elbows and you can drop your chest down to the mat. Feet down. Inhale. Chest up, elbows in, a little cobra. Warming up the back. And then exhale, press onto the knees. Find a child's pose as you drop the forehead towards the earth and hips meeting the heels. Arms resting. Belly pulsing with breath. Taking this moment to feel completely held, supported. And at any moment in the practice, if you feel disconnected, find your way back to this pose, reconnect with your body, anchor into the moment and the breath. Good. Take a full inhale and exhale. When you're ready, rising up onto all fours to tuck the toes and find downward facing dog. Exhaling, lengthening, tailbone up. Good. Arms strong, thighs squeezing in. Breathe. Good. And on the next breath, let's lift the right leg. Bend the right knee. Open the hips. Good. Press into the arms even and the shoulders. Stay level. Good. Full inhale, lifting that right side. And as you exhale, squeeze your belly. Step the right foot forward as many steps as you need. Engage in your core. You can always use your hand for support. And we're going to lower the left knee down, making sure the right knee is aligned with the heel. Once you feel rooted, arms up, take a full breath in. Exhale, arms out to the side. Thread the right elbow under the left. You can wrap the forearms together, maybe the palms meet or just the top of the hand. You could always also grab your shoulders as you lift your heart. Activate your roots, your glutes, support your body as you lift through your chest. 3. Not compressing your lower back. 2, lift, not heavy. 1, release your bind, frame that right leg. And as you tuck the left toes, you're gonna step that left foot just a tad bit forward to let the heels ground, the legs stretch, and you're able to fold over the right side. Pop here, always nice and welcomed under the hands. Good, making sure we're not locking the knees. There's a softness in the joints, but there's a strength and stability in the muscles. We'll hold just a few moments. Imagine your hips side to side, leveled. Last breath. Good. On the next breath, you're going to bend that right knee, shift your weight forward, step the left foot to meet the right, keeping the knees bent, thighs squeezing together, reach the arms forward into a chair pose. Good. Chin to chest, arms right beside the ears so the shoulders are back. If you look down, you should be able to see your toes so that you're not leaning forward, but you're really sitting into it. One more breath. Inhale, reach all the way up. Into the heart, let the palms slowly center. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. all the way over the side. Let's lift the spine halfway up. Inhale, flat back, strong core. Exhale, release, soften hands to the ground. Step back into a plank. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can lower on the knees as before or invite a chaturanga if that's part of the practice. Hover. Inhale, up dog or cobra as before. Open. And down dog, exhale, recenter. Pause, breathe. Good. And as you feel yourself connected, lift that left leg, bend the knee, open the hip. Hold a few moments, pushing the earth through the hands, rooting that right heel, lift that left thigh. And as you exhale, step that left foot forward between the hands, engage your belly, drop the right knee softly, making sure the front knee is aligned with the heel. Activate your rooting and inhale, lift the arms. Good. As you open Anjaneyasana, that low lunge, activate the hips, open the arms. Inhale, left under, wrap the forearms, eagle arms. Maybe lifting through the heart, modify if you need to, maybe grabbing the shoulders. Just a few moments, feeling this connection to the sacral space, the hips. Breathe in. And breathe out, unbind, release the hands to frame that left leg. As you tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step that right foot forward just enough to have the heels grounded, the hips squared away. Legs are long and your spine folding. Maybe pop under your hands, just block. You feel that you need a little bit more of that release of pressure. Just a few moments. Keeping your heart open, not caving in, keeping length, space, breath. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then softly start to shift your gaze forward. Bend the left knee. Step the right foot to meet the left. Utkatasana chair pose, lifting the arms, dipping through the hips, squeezing the thighs, knees, and ankles. Hold. 3. Feeling solid. 2. And 1. Lengthen. Inhale. To the heart. Exhale. Center. On your next breath, we'll step the right foot back. And we're going to turn to the long side of the mat, having the toes parallel. And you could step out just enough so that the hands are somewhat over the heels. Good. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, hands behind your back into a fist, shoulders in. Press the fist away from the sacrum and the chest forward. And as you release the breath, just tilt forward, folding. Tailbone towards the sky, crown towards the earth, fist away from your back. Hold. Leaning into the toes as much as your heels so that you're really activating the quadriceps and lengthening the hamstring. There's pressure in the knees and you bend. Good. 2 more breaths. Edging towards discomfort, but not past any strenuous points in the body. Good. Release the hands down towards the earth. And we're going to inhale, halfway lift with the spine long. Palm, left palm centers or just the fingertips. And you're going to twist to the right hand up. If the ground is too low at this moment, then block beneath the hand. If you choose to go into any deeper expression of this pose, explore. Maybe you bend the right elbow, bring the hand to the left. You could even reach the left hand towards your right ankle. We'll hold 3. Really exhaling, squeezing the belly. 2 and 1. Undo, unravel, center. And you're gonna inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the right hand down, left hand up. Good, support yourself if needed. Find more depth if you're curious. Creating a balance, but also honoring that things might not be exactly what we expect. So being very compassionate towards our body and mindful of our choices in the practice. So in whatever expression you're in, full breath. Last one. And then release, unravel. Last time, halfway lift. And this time, pivot to the left, turn the all 10 toes to the front. As you bend the left knee, push back into a plank. Exhale, lower halfway on the knees or chaturanga uttam. Inhale, cobra, up dog, expand. Exhale, downward facing dog, center. Full breath in. Slow breath out. Good. And on your next full breath, so walking the hands back as the beginning of the practice, shifting onto the feet. Good. Let's explore balance. Bring the left hand to the waist on the left side. You're going to peace lock your right big toe with the right hand. And if you have to keep the knee bending, you go for that. You're going to shift towards the left foot, look forward. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your thigh, lift that right leg up. It's all play, it's all just exploring. You lose it, you find it, taking your time. Hold. Try to have the right shoulder back, belly in. 3, 2, 1. Let's let it go and hold. Hands on the waist, squeeze, and release. Good. Take it out a little bit. Good. We'll take a little back bend. Hands onto the lower back, maybe elbows back and in. You're going to inhale, shift the hips forward, chest up, chin up, full breath. And as you exhale, squeeze your belly, shift your chest forward, fold down. So using your core to protect your back as you transition. Now you can keep your right hand on the waist, peace lock the left big toe. Take your time, step by step, shift the weight to the right, lift forward, breathe. And as you exhale, squeeze the belly, squeeze your thigh, push down into the right foot to lift off through the left leg. Yes, have your drishti, your point of gaze, focus. Feeling all the micro movements of your body, but finding balance. Now release. Hold. Try to relax your face. And let it go. Very good. Take it out. Catch that breath. And then bring the hands back one more time. Shoulders in, standing back bend. Shift the hips forward, chest up, engage your glutes, protect your back. Now shift forward, squeeze your belly, and fold. Let the arms just hang. Very nice. You could part the feet as wide as your hips or a little wider, turning the toes out, and we're gonna bend down into a low squat or our yogi squat, malasana. So hips are open. Maybe hands to the heart if you feel balanced. If not, grab a block and place it under your sit bone. And as you open up the lower areas of your body, the ankles, the knees, the hips, try to relax your glutes, lengthen your spine, open your heart, settling into the discomfort if that is arising through your body or your mind right now. Instead of resistance, just witness and adapt. Breathe. Try to settle. Good. Taking 2 more slow breaths. Really experiencing your body and your mind. Now release your hands down, shift your tailbone high. And as you stretch your legs, just point the toes back to the front. Walk your hands into plank, inhaling. Lower halfway, modify with the knees down or chaturanga if you're feeling solid. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And down dog as you exhale. Pause, breathe. Good. Step that right foot between the hips. Keep the left hand beneath the shoulder and you're going to open up right hand towards the ceiling. Yeah. Revolving lunge. Hold here. Keeping the right knee over the ankle. Pushing the left heel back. Stretching the legs. And notice if you're really heavy on the left hand, feel light and lifted. Pull up through the core. Yes. One last breath. Release that left or right hand down. And you're going to wiggle the right foot to the outside of both your hands. And now you can relax your left knee on the mat. You have a choice to stay right here nice and lifted or walk your elbows down. So palms will reach forward and the elbows will go under the shoulders. Blocks could be as support. So there's kind of like 2 levels. You don't have to go too far too fast. And then feel that right knee squeezing in towards the right shoulder. So there's like an active tension in the hip. Good. Holding a few moments. Making sure there's length in the back of the neck, all along the rest of the spine. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Now anticipating what comes next and not clinging on to what came before, just right here, right now. And then rise on the next inhale off the floor. Lift the left foot up. This might be enough to feel a stretch in the quadriceps. You choose a little more, then the right hand will reach back with a twist to grab the right foot. Opening the heart, gazing over the right shoulder. Keep dropping the hips down, lifting the heart up, rotating. Good, last breath. Gently release that foot, grounding it down. As the right hand presses the earth, you're going to tuck the left toes, lift the hips, step it all the way back into down dog. Shake it out again, so freedom to instinctually move. And I'll give you choice. You can stay here. If you want to add a little vinyasa, you can shift forward into the plank. Lower halfway with the knees down if you choose. Cobra up dog as you open and inhale. Down dog as you exhale, center. Pause for that breath. Finding depth in our transition. And then stepping that left foot forward. Aligning the foot, the knee. Right hand is under the shoulder and we're twisting with the left hand towards the ceiling. Revolving line. Good. The back leg is solid, straight, active. Belly is lifted. Releasing pressure off the lower back for 1 more breath. Beautiful. Release that left hand. Wiggle the left foot outside of both your hands. Lower the right knee. And you could stay nice and lifted or choose to go a little further, bringing the elbows under the shoulders, forearms on blocks or the ground. Gazing between the forearms so that the neck is supporting the weight of the head. And as you feel the left knee just snugging in towards that Left shoulder, there's that active internal rotation. Notice if there's any little places, pockets in your body that you're still holding on to tension. Maybe it's the jaw. You let it go. Maybe it's the toes and you soften. One more breath. Very nice. Slowly rising, elbows off the mat. Right foot will lift as you bend the right knee and engage the hamstring. This is enough for most. If you want to go further, then the left hand will reach back, grabbing the foot. You're in control how deep this is by dropping the hips, or pulling the heel closer. So you kind of just explore it. Maybe you rotate looking further back. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go so softly and gently, being mindful of your joints. Tuck the back toes, and as you push the earth away, step it back. Downward facing dog. Release, wiggle, anything. You have that choice. Finish off with one more vinyasa. So this would be the last if you choose to do it. If not, just stay in that down dog. Remember, move through your breath. Never getting ahead of your body. The mind tends to do that. Once we all rejoin in our down dog, full breath in, slow breath out. Lower the knees. Good. And as you lower the knees, you could choose to add the support under the knees. We're going to go for a puppy pose or heart opening. Keep your hips high. You're walking your hands as far forward as you can and dropping the chest down. Maybe that means your forehead touches the mat or the chin. You could always have blocks under the forehead or under your sternum, so right by the breastbone. We're going to slow it down for a few moments. Really melting open through the shoulders and the chest. We're stimulating the organs of the heart and the lungs. We're stimulating circulation, lymphatic drainage. Allowing our respiratory organs to really feel the fullness of the breath. And that sends all of that vital energy, that oxygen, that prana, that life force through the entire channel that circulates your body. So for this last breath, maybe really send that intention for it to touch every space in your body. And then you're gonna slowly bring the toes together, send the hips down to the heels, and just kind of sink into a child's pose. The forehead could tuck in. The arms could even reach back towards the feet so that they're just heavy and beside you rested. And as you kind of embrace yourself, taking this opportunity to just reaffirm your commitments and your progress, let go of any attachments to perfection and expectations. And really arrive right here, feeling this acceptance of who you are, where you are right here, right now. Taking 2 more breaths and just reminding ourselves yoga doesn't require us to be anything that we're not, but it allows us to fully be who we are. Last breath, embodying that. And then slowly bring the hands back under the shoulders. You're going to tuck and roll up into just a kneeling position. Good. If you're far in the mat backwards like I am, just kind of wiggle forward. We're going to get into our heels pose. So the knees are closer, the heels are parted. And if you have a lot of tension in your knees or even the front of your thighs, you can grab a block and just kind of sit between your heels on it or a blanket. If you're feeling more range of motion today, then you sit on the ground beneath or between your heels. And the options will continue. The progression is yours to take on. So you can walk your hands back and just recline a tad. This might be a lot and enough, you could just progress. See if it feels good to bring your forms. You could always pad the blanket under your back as well. Eventually, you find that full expression, supported or not. You find your full expression and just settle into it for a few breaths. See if you could do 5 more breaths. Notice where you're feeling resistance in your body. I know that it's natural for us to resist the uncomfortable and the unfamiliar, right? So there is that resistance, and you just adapt. You come in, you come out, you breathe in, you breathe out. Good. 2 more breaths. See if you could soften a little bit more. Roots a little bit more. And when you're ready to rise up, you're pressing your hands beside your feet. You're squeezing your belly as you look forward. Then you push the earth away. So you're really actively rise. Walk your hands forward. Lift your hips high. I like to counter stretch just by pressing the heel back, one leg at a time. Good. Switching it off. And when you are nice and settled, then you find your way into a seat, whichever way is most natural for you. And you could use a blanket under your sit bones if you have still tension in your lower back or your hips. So we're gonna bend the right knee, place that right knee somewhere in line with the shoulder, the right shoulder, and left hand will just kind of drop beneath the left shoulder. We're gonna inhale, lengthen and reach the right arm up. Flexing that left foot, you're gonna exhale, reach past that left foot as far as you can. And then you're gonna wrap that right palm back and around with the shoulder. Yes. You're squeezing it in. If you feel rooted and you wanna test out the balance, use the left hand to bind behind you. Good, Marichasana. So always just explore. You could grab onto your shirt or a belt or a strap, or just have the hand down and squeeze in. We'll hold 3. Keeping the chest open. 2. And imagining your belly getting closer to that left thigh. 1. Inhale, reach up, unbind. Carry that right foot to the left side of the left knee. Good. Bring the right hand behind your back. Left hand above your head. Exhale, twist, hooking the left elbow or tricep on the knee, left knee, and looking back. Good. If there's any other expression of this pose that you like, maybe a bind, you go for it. But really keeping left leg nice and active. Feeling your right thigh and your belly close, the chest open, and the crown rising. 1 more breath. Pivot forward and release your bind. Let's take a counter stretch to the left. And then center yourself. We're gonna let that right knee kind of collapse over the left and really squeeze the thigh so it's more minimized. The space might feel uncomfortable in the outer hips. That's where we're gonna try to stretch out a little bit more. So on the next inhale, just like to tilt the pelvis and walk your hands forward. Adding a little more tension in the back of the left thigh. Relaxing the arms, relaxing the shoulders, the chin, the neck, and just letting the weight ground, feeling the ground hold you. Just allowing yourself to release a little bit further. It doesn't have to be a physical shift. It could just be a mental releasing into your discomfort. Releasing that exhale. Tend to hold it in when we're feeling uncomfortable. Let's take 2 more breaths. Just breathe in. Let go. When you're gonna rise up, you can roll back, squeeze the belly as you center. Release that right leg and bring that left foot in. Bend the knees, somewhere in line with the shoulder, flexing that right foot. Marichasana, so your right hand goes down for support as your left hand goes up. Exhale, tilt from the hip to reach your spine, arm forward. And then you're gonna wrap around, rotating the shoulder, squeezing the knee in. So you're working the hip. If you feel that you find balance somewhat, then you're gonna try to bind. The shoulder might be a little tense, so then you modify grabbing your shirt. Or just hovering. Imagine you're reaching towards that right foot with the heart and then melting into the right thigh with the belly. Breathe. Imagine that right leg is squeezing in. 2. And 1. Release very softly, rising up. Carry that left foot to the right side of the right knee. The left hand wraps back behind the sacrum as the support, and the right arm goes up for length. Release the breath, hook, twist, and find that tension in the abdominal wall to help release the compression in your lower back. Feeling light and lifted so you're not dumping the weight into the left hand. So one day, if you choose to bind, you're already feeling that center within yourself to explore. So even though we're finding our place right here, right now, we're continuing to open the path for different experiences and expressions of the pose when it feels right for us. Take 2 more breaths. Opening, grounding, lengthening, and then softening. Slowly rotate around and take the counter stretch to the right, feeling all of the flooding of sensations surfacing. When it settles, center. And then again, we're going to try to just minimize the space between the thighs. Try to stack the knees, not on the knee, more on the side so it doesn't put pressure. And then lift the chest, inhale. Tilt the pelvis, exhale. Folding in, softening. And good, and this one, a little goes a long way. So just edging softly and slowly into your depth. Giving yourself time, being patient. And again, we're not clinging on to perfection. We're just seeking the progress, the natural unfolding of our experience. No need to label wrong or right. What is sacred in its own way. 2 more breaths. Maybe surrendering a little bit more into this shape, into your experience. To your breath. Beautiful. Slowly ease your way back enough. Untangle the leg. To the front. Sit down. And we'll find our way to the back of the mat. You could crawl a little bit more forward if you need more space. And you're going to go on your back, having the blocks beside you, just in case you choose to use them for the final poses. We're going to finish off with an inversion. So you have 2 choices. You could go into your shoulder stand if you have no pain or strain in the neck today. Or you could use the block beneath your sacrum, getting up into a bridge and then resting your sacrum on the block to lift the legs into waterfall, having the support, finding the inversion, and then keeping the breath flowing. So if you're in that shoulder standing, you're supporting yourself with your arms, your forearms, your triceps, lifting your feet high up over your body, and not keeping the neck, jaw tense, relax. Wherever you are, just a few more breaths. We want to be upside down for a minute. That's 10 breaths to really reap the benefits of inversion. So supported or not, keep breathing. If you're in shoulder standing, you choose to go deeper. Maybe you let the feet go back over your head and get into a plow pose. Everyone's still breathing, softening the throat, the jaws. We stimulate the upper channels of the body. 3 more breaths. To feeling light, even though you're still grounded. And 1, wherever you're at, you're gonna slowly undo. If your hands on your back, press them forward and on the ground, and squeeze your belly and lower. If you're on the block, bend the knees down the feet. We're all gonna meet in a bridge pose. So when your feet are down, if the block is under you, slide it off, keep the hips up. You landed from the shoulder, stand, lift the hips, engage the glute. Imagine there's a block between your thighs that you're hugging in. Releasing the pressure off that lower back by finding strength and stability in the muscles. Just 2 more breaths, relax the throat, stabilize. We're gonna go for the counter stretch in the next moment. And then just slide the hands under you. You're gonna rest your body down so that you're on your palms flat. We're gonna get into our fish pose, stretch the feet forward, point the toes together. And as you inhale, your chest goes up, your chin goes up, your weight is on your elbows so that the lower back is off the mat. You could arch like a bridge. The weight is on the legs, the forearms, the elbows, and it's so light on the crown of the head. Your chin is up, you're looking back, you're breathing in, breathing out. Maybe consciously sending energy from the toes to the crown. Good. 2 more breaths. If it feels good to sigh the breath, sigh it out. Let any last bit of tension surface and let it go. Chin in, slowly ease out so the head comes down, the back is on the mat, and you could release your mind, hug your knees into your heart. Rock a little side to side and just soothe, self-soothe. Good. We'll finish off with a twist. Open up the arms to the side when you're ready, like a T. And let the knees just slowly rotate to the right side of your body and ground down. If that means you need a block beneath you to feel support beneath you, then place that block. But really allow yourself to relax down as much as you can and let go of the engagement. Maybe you look to the left, stretching the neck. Softening the belly, again, disengaging and just allowing a natural rhythm to return. Perhaps closing the eyes and just allowing your inner vision to reconnect with that solar plexus, that inner light, flame, warmth, your fire. Nurturing that inner light with the breath. And on the next breath, just ease your way up to center, rolling on your back, neutralizing. As you exhale, then you twist to the left, slowly grounding, relaxing, shifting your chin to the right, creating balance. And as you withdraw from the external aspects of the practice, the experience, retreating within yourself, where there's still so much life, movement, energy. And just witnessing anything that might have transformed throughout your practice, whether it was very subtle or created an impact. And as you just contemplate your experience, just reaffirming that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Slowly come back to center. Rolling on the back, giving your knees a big hug, a final squeeze, and maybe you lift the nose up to the knees, engaging your belly, lifting up, maybe squeezing your face like you ate something sour, or anything that is buried inside of you, let it come out. Exhale, let it go. And relax your body into your final rest, Shavasana. And you could ease into any shape that adds a little support. Maybe the blanket is beneath you or over you. Maybe you start to close your eyes and release the breath with a sigh. And as you start to settle into this moment of complete surrender, allowing yourself to go beyond your name, your roles that you play, the responsibilities that you uphold, just freeing yourself from all of that, unlabeling yourself, and really liberating yourself to inner peace. Transcending any distractions that will arise naturally. And just choosing this eternal peace that dwells within. Nurture it with each breath. Take a full breath in and a breath out. Sensing your body, be connecting to the space and the earth. And as you slowly embody yourself once again, begin to move your fingers and your toes very softly. Gently move the energy through your whole body as you stretch and breathe. Big morning stretch as you exhale, sigh all of the heaviness out, unearth yourself, and gently embrace yourself to roll to the right and just pause in fetal position. Taking this moment to really embody the rebirth into this day, aligned, aware, activated. Maybe taking this moment to just express gratitude for your practice, your commitment, and your progress. And slowly begin to rise up into your feet. Eyes still closed, body still relaxed. Centered, open. And bringing the palms together right over your heart center. And as you reconnect to the heart, just sending complete love, compassion, gratitude for the sacred practice that allows you to really invite in what supports you, what nurtures you, and empowers you. You take this opportunity to re-envision that inner light, that flame, that warmth, your transformative fuel, and allowing it to remain with you throughout this day, lighting your path, your spirit, your presence. Together we'll feel the practice one to own, really amplifying this energy in harmony. Breathe in. Oh. Bowing down, honoring one another, honoring ourselves, and honoring the sacred moment that we share. I honor you, bow to you, namaste, namaste, namaste. Peace, peace. Happy Wednesday. Thank you, thank you. Do you guys feel good? And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. And you'll see me around more often. So hope you guys catch one of my classes again. I'm sure you guys are all members, so awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Take your time. Thank you, Lorraine, for joining. I'm sorry I didn't get to greet you. I didn't see you log in, but I hope you enjoyed the practice and practice with me once again. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Bye.